rule supreme forever, for life. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. How everybody doing? Welcome to the Genesis. God's plan, God's man, God's wrath versus man's wrath. That's two different wraths right there. You feel what I'm saying? But I just came to, I just came to learn to instead of taking things into my own hands, you feel what I'm saying? That could potentially, put me in harm's way. You feel what I'm saying? I just leave it in God's hands. You feel what I'm saying? Because God gonna do something, you know what I mean? God gonna handle that shit in a better way than I would have handled that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, who else better to let handle their business than God? You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn, and that's what I love about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like once you come to realize in life, like you don't gotta put no hands on nobody. You feel what I'm saying? You don't gotta do nothing, physical or nothing to nobody. You feel me? Once you done, once you not, put in your mind, you know what I'm saying, that you'll let karma deal with that. You'll let God deal with whoever that is. You feel what I'm saying? It'll put you in a better spot in life. You feel what I'm saying? You will feel better, you know what I mean? Probably not right at that time and moment, but down the line. You feel what I'm saying? And down the line might mean, a couple minutes later. You feel me? It all depends on you as an individual person. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I just leave everything in the God's hands and I just keep it on moving. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how we operate nowadays. You feel me? Like, I don't worry about getting back at nobody because they ain't gonna do me no good at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't get nothing from that. You feel me? Like, it's either going, it's gonna go, one or two ways. You feel what I'm saying? And, like I say, at the end of the day, I'd rather walk away with, my morals, dignity, you know what I'm saying, my honor, my self-value, my self-worth, my confidence. You feel what I'm saying? And, the biggest thing of them all, my ego. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my ego ain't gonna be bruised because of how the next person feel about, about whatever it is or how they feel about me. You feel me? Shit, I'm good. You the one who got the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is like, instead of taking problems, into our own hands, we put it into God's. And, we just move on from there. You feel me? And that's how we conduct ourselves nowadays. That's how we operate. You know what I'm saying? In a safe manner. You know what I mean? That keeps, that keeps me out of harm's way. And, that keep my family out of harm's way. You feel what I'm saying? Because I ain't out here doing nothing, I ain't out here doing no fucked up shit to nobody. You feel me? And like I say, we don't take, family into consideration, you know what I'm saying, when we out here doing wrong and fucked up shit to people. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you did a fucked up thing to that person. You feel me? That don't mean, that motherfucker, gonna spare, you know what I'm saying, your family members or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Them boy might shoot right, they gonna fly right by you and just go straight to your family. You feel me? Because they know they know how you feel about your family. You feel what I'm saying? But I just think about all kind of shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Before I put anybody in the harm's way, and especially myself. You feel me? And that's the big problem, you know what I'm saying, I had with my family. You feel what I'm saying? Especially, close family, like, your mama, your daddy, your sisters, and your brothers and shit like that. You feel me? And, like I said, that's the problem I had with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put me in harm's way. you feel me, for some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. You feel me? But, like I say, we live and we learn. You know what I mean? And we look at people, places, and things for, what they are, who they are. You feel me? What they is. You feel what I'm saying? Who they is. You feel me? And that's all we at with it though. But like I said though, I hope you had a divine day today. I hope you had a loving day, a caring day. You feel me? Tell yourself you love yourself today, every day. You feel what I'm saying? And you already know, so you can genuinely tell somebody else that. You feel me? But yeah, though, like I said, though, I hope y'all had a beautiful day. I hope y'all got everything accomplished y'all needed to. You feel me? On your daily grind. You feel what I'm saying? And put the procrastination to the side. You feel me? And that's all we did. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of, procrastinating and waiting till the last minute to do things, we just started to, plan ahead. You feel what I'm saying? So that gives us give us enough time to, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, gather yourself. You feel me? You always want to give yourself, wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? And that's in any situation, if you ask me. You feel me? Because you never know when you might need it. You feel what I'm saying? We so used to, moving around and maneuvering in tight spaces like that. You feel what I'm saying? Tight situations. You feel me? Crunch situations. Last minute situations type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So instead of waiting till the last minute, like I say, I just learned to give myself enough time to do things, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. You feel me? Just learn to get it done in, a timely fashion. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, though, karma though. You got good karma, bad karma. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. And I rather, be on the good side of it. You feel what I'm saying?
When you have a dream, that dream will always be tested. The pressure in your life right now has a purpose. It's not crushing you. It's pushing what's on the inside of you out. It shows you who you really are.
LoveRuledSupreme forever, for life. We had a great day though. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I always take advantage of the day though. It don't matter what the fuck I do. You feel what I'm saying? I just learn how to, make the best out my days. You feel me? And once I started to learn how to do that, my days started to, be more smoother. You know what I'm saying?
This shit going up. This shit is dingy. Believe me, I'm tapping in with the universe.
Fix your vibe. Come see me. Don't force no hand, either man. Just to come and fuck with me. I don't mind being alone. I'm in my zone. If you dig me, shit might look real friendly.
Until you cross it, you get me. Make myself
disappear, just like a Casper. You feel me?
You see me now, see you later. Don't get a beat, don't get it. Set the standard for them fakers, and I wanna be takers.
This shit is spiritual now. I only feel through the energy, feel my way through all them lies, all the hate and the jealousy, and all the moves that you making, talking bad. Man's looking all crazy.
People wicked, watch your back.
Shit could get real shady. Pull a slick one on the right, one peekaboo now, baby. Now I'm laughing now, baby.
It's my time, it's God time.
Simple math now, baby.
Check my work, I did the numbers, yes, I'm confident, baby.
Confidence is the key. You feel what I'm saying? That's all we learn. You feel me? It's the, like I said, I used to always be shy and quiet. You feel what I'm saying? But that's because, everybody wasn't, on the kind of timing I've been on. You feel what I'm saying? So I just used to, just stay to myself. You feel me? Like I said, I always had that feeling I was always different. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. And I got what it take. I'm changing course. I'm moving north. I'm changing course. I'm moving north. Because I stand in my faith. But yeah, though, and you know that's all we at with it though. Like, you feel me? Like, it's, you know, instead of sitting in, you know, a lack mindset, a poverty mindset, you know, I'd rather be in my abundant mindset. You know what I'm saying? My prosperous mindset. You feel me? Things like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I always, you know, think about always having. You feel me? Rather than not having. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, that's where the change of mindset come in at. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of you thinking about, you know, you always struggling and not having, you know, these things you know, you want. You feel what I'm saying? Think about always having them shit. You feel me? And that's what the, you know, change of mindset come in at. And like I said, everything is easier said than done. You feel me? Like that, I had to work on that kind of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Cause like I said, you know, that's how we grow up. You feel me? We grow up, you know, in the poverty and lack mindset. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, we bring all that shit from our childhood to our, you know, our adulthoods. You feel me? And, you know, that's all we came to learn is like, you know, it's time to switch it up. You feel what I'm saying? Time to, you know, play a different game. You feel me? If you want to call it that. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, I done gave everything a try. You know what I'm saying? External of me, outside of myself. You feel what I'm saying? And that was the last thing I had, you know, I had left was, you know, going within. You feel what I'm saying? Because I already done been listening to things about these kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, I came from religion. I came out of religion. You feel me? To spirituality. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, I don't got no problem with, you know, people who are religious. You know what I mean? Because I learned some things from, you know what I'm saying, being religious. You know, and you know, like I always say too, shout out to the, you know, most definitely shout out to the, you know, the Muslim community also. You feel what I'm saying? The Islamic community. You feel me? Because like I said, I learned a lot from, to be honest with you, Minister Louis Farrakhan. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I learned a whole lot from, you know, the honorable, shall I say. You know what I'm saying? Minister Louis Farrakhan. You feel me? And that's how, you know, I started to tap in with myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, when I listen to, you know, Minister Farrakhan, you feel what I'm saying? He, you know, they preach and teach in a different way than, you know, people who in the Christianity side of religion. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn is, and you know, I gravitated more towards, you know, Mr. Louis Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Minister Louis Farrakhan, you know what I mean? His teachings. You feel me? Because it came from the heart. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, especially, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to money. You feel me? Like, it ain't all about money and the glitz and glamour with him. You feel me? And that's what I had love about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he genuinely, you know, teach you to tap in with yourself. You feel me? Like, it ain't even about the religion with him. Once I done started to listen to him. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, like I say, you know, big shouts out to the, you know, those brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I learned a lot from them. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, you know, it's always good to, you know what I mean, have an open mind about things nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? because there's so much you can learn from. There's so many other people in different, religions and shit like that you can learn from. You feel me? And that's all we here to, that's all we here to tell you. You feel me? But like I say, I've been looking for God everywhere, but it's not internal within me. You feel me? And like I say, and also like, once you done start to realize and tap in, you know what I'm saying? It's two totally different gods. You feel what I'm saying? Cause it's like, that's just what it is. You feel me? And that's just, honestly being said. You feel me? Like, we don't pray to the same gods. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like, once you done step into spirituality, you feel what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn. You know what I mean? You tap more into, the universe and, more with nature. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I love about it. You feel me? That's why I say, the universe is unlimited. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no limits when when you got the universe in your hands. You feel me? And like I say, it's a beautiful thing though, because like I say, the universe will give you exactly what you ask for. You feel what I'm saying? But that's why I say, I always speak life. You feel what I'm saying? I speak, good things. You feel me? Over myself. You feel what I'm saying? I don't wait on nobody else to, speak no good to me. You feel me? Once I don't realize I can speak good to myself, shit, ain't no need to wait on nobody. You feel me? And that's, that's the problem I see, I had. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to wait on other people, to validate me. You feel what I'm saying? And to make me, feel good. You feel me? But like I say, once you don't realize, everybody don't have your best interest at heart, your best interest in mind, you start to operate different. You start to look at people different, and you treat them boy how they treat you. You feel what I'm saying? You just ain't let nobody run all over you. You know what I mean? No more. You feel me?
LoveRuledSupreme at all times.
All the
Guard
thoughts.
your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Exotic thoughts, exotic talk. The way I move, exotic walk. I'm smoking out an exotic jar. I sit the target and I hit my mark. Said all my thoughts universal now. I'm space bound, I live the ground. I fucked around and took off. I lifted off without a sound. I make my moves real quiet now. They fucked around and held me down. They throw the bricks and hide their hand and sit around and watch me drown. Don't let no hand or no grown man. You selfish bitch, I know, man. So I keep it rolling, I keep it flowing. It depending on those niggas, man. Do bad all on my own, man. I take the good out of everything. A high level in the way I think, even smooth the groove when it's time to move. So I'm calculating my every step while I'm thanking God for every breath. The smaller blessings that I'm thankful for. That mean I live with no stress. I ain't Chris, so fuck the rest. I am him, I is the test. Universal laws in full effect, so guard your life and that's most. If I speak life, I'm living life. I'm loving life, you fucking right. I told you, bitch, the future bright. It's God's man, it's God's plan. I pay my dues low overnight. I earn my stripes in real life. I fought with sauce, exotic life, exotic kids, exotic wife, exotic love, no fake shit. It's all love, we making it. Need round two just to lay in it. Let me play in it, do my thing in it. Let me rub all on your body, slap your ass, might just sing with it. I'm taking shit to another level and there's many of them, but it's no pressure, it's the upgrade, so life better. I knew better, so I did better. Exotic thoughts and there's no pressure. I took the road that will less travel. I did my dance and I beat the devil. That two-step, no Cupid shuffle. Let it slide through with a little hassle, and I ain't a wrestle. Don't care to wrestle. All that back and forth, you can keep the shit. All the fake smiles, don't bring the shit. It's the good life when the love is right. So check your vibe when you board the flight to the best life. So sure you're right. That pressure either gonna burst a pipe or burn a diamond.
keep shining and keep grinding.
And it's LoveRuledSupreme at all times.
Must I remind you? Exotic thoughts, exotic talk. The way I move, exotic walk. I'm smoking out exotic jock. I sit the target and I hit my mark. Said all my thoughts universal now. I'm space bound, I left the ground.
I fucked around and took off. I lifted off without a sound. And that's how we moving nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
That's how we moving. You feel what I'm saying? Exotic thoughts, exotic talk. The way I move, exotic walk. I'm smoking out of exotic jaw. I sit the target, then I hit my mark. Said all my thoughts universal now. I'm space bound, I lift the ground. I fucked around and took off. I lifted off without a sound. But like I said, once you realize though, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it be the ones you least expect. You feel what I'm saying? The ones you least expect. You feel me? That be the ones who will be the ones who will hold you down. You know what I mean? They'll be the ones who throw salt on you. You know what I mean? On your name. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, once they start seeing you doing better than them, you feel me? It's like, they'll try to do everything just to bring you back down to their level. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you looking at people and you just seeing like, how can you make things better in your life? You feel what I'm saying? But you also looking at, how you growed up in life and how other people in your family, what I'm saying, how they operating in life. You feel me? And you see like, like ain't nobody really setting no standards. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody setting no standards for, the next generation in life. You know what I'm saying? The next generation coming up behind them. You feel me? And it's like, you can have all the hustle in the world, but at the same time, what else you got, what I'm saying, that you building. You feel what I'm saying? You creating. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of blueprint or gold print, what I'm saying, you got that you can, show the ones coming up behind you. You know what I'm saying? That, if you put in work, you know what I'm saying, and do shit the right way, that, you can have shit, you know what I'm saying, in the long run. You feel me? And it's like, all we know, you feel what I'm saying, is stepping on each other to get ahead of each other, to end up right behind that motherfucker you stepped on. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, how long can you keep doing that shit? You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, it's easy to look out for people in your family. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy for you to look out for friends and shit like that. You know what I mean? But it's harder for you to look out for a stranger on the street. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. You feel me? And that's why I say, I help out a stranger on the street before I help out a family member now. You feel what I'm saying? Because, family and friends ain't, they ain't grateful for the help you give them. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? It's like, even though that, that homeless person might be, begging for money every day, I still rather get at to them. You feel what I'm saying? And help them out before, I help out, a family member or something like that nowadays. You feel me? And that's only because, I get more out of doing shit like that for strangers. You feel what I'm saying? And I always been like that though. You feel me? And like I say, family, you know what I'm saying? All a good bit of them. You feel me? Like I say, close family and shit like that too. Your mamas, your daddies, your sisters and brothers and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, they used to get mad at me for helping out strangers and giving people money and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm doing something wrong. You feel me? I thought that's what God wanted us to do. Help each other out, isn't it? Ain't y'all supposed to be, church going people? You feel me? Ain't y'all supposed to be Christians and things like that? You feel what I'm saying? But how y'all getting mad at a person for helping out a homeless person? You feel me? That's one thing I ain't never had got. I ain't never had get. You feel what I'm saying? I never got that. You feel me? And that's why I say, you gotta be cautious of family, friends, and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying when you dealing with them, cause they be having hidden motives. You feel what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been no problem if I gave that shit to you though, right? You feel me? So what's the problem with me giving it to the homeless person? You know what I mean? Who potentially most likely need the shit. I don't care what he got going on. You feel what I'm saying? If I got, a few dollars on me, I don't mind giving it out to them boy. You feel me? Like I say, and I've been on both sides of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And even though when I ain't had it, I still used to give it. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I know that been my last little few dollars in my pocket, I still would have had, give a couple dollars out if them boy had asked me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I think, period. You feel me? Like, it's going to come back to me anyway. Times 10, times 100. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, I don't look for my blessings. I don't look for all my blessings to come right now. You feel me? I want I want a majority of my shit down the line. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna make the shit happen anyway. I'm gonna do what I gotta do right now to get what I need. You feel me? So, I want my shit to stack up for down the road. You feel what I'm saying? LoveRuledSupreme at all times. I'm gonna guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. That's my best advice. My best advice, shit, you better think twice about decisions you make. It can determine your fate. Shit for the good or the bad, but life come with mistakes. No need to beat yourself up. Find your way, make it shake. Shit, find your way, fuck the race. Shit, I move at a pace. I'm switching gears every day. Different shit, different day. Shit, I'm creating my way. Through them ashes I rise. From all the burning inside. Had to burn the house down. Too many roaches inside. Now I'm stable and rooted. I'm building on solid ground. And I ain't making excuses about the losses in life. From upgrading my knowledge, I hold the keys and the power. I'm thanking God every hour for the favor of shower. Things I learned to accept. I'm living life no regret. I changed my life for the best. It came from thinking the worst. Have you thinking you curse? Now the gifts come from God, and I know that it's worth all the pain and the struggle. Dumb long nights but no suffer. Always knew that I make it from long days at the bottom. See now I'm standing on shit. Cause I stand in my power. Drop your nuts and tuck your dick. See you pussy little coward. And that's my best advice to you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be mindful. You know what I'm saying? And decisions you make. And that's all we came to learn is, wise decisions. You know what I'm saying? Wise choices. You feel me? Like I always say, you get tired of making fucked up decisions in life. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, when you in a situation, right? You got a choice to either do, the right thing or the wrong thing. You feel what I'm saying? And you choose to do the wrong thing. You feel me? And now down the line come, You feel what I'm saying? Now you feeling the effects of what the hell you did. You feel what I'm saying? And now the only thing coming in your mind is like, damn, I know I shouldn't have fucking did that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Word, I ain't know why the fuck I did that shit. Damn, why I did that dumb shit. You feel me? And that's all, I be trying to eliminate. You feel what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. You feel me? So, instead of, what I'm saying, making a fucked up decision, let me make the wisest decision I can make right now. You feel what I'm saying? That way, I can reap my benefits now, if you know what I mean, if that's what it is, and I can reap my benefits later. You feel me? Motherfuckers already know, reap what you sow. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. We sow good seeds out here. You feel me? So, we shall get, abundance and, a beautiful, what I'm saying? A beautiful garden. You feel me? Abundance of crops. Financial stability, you know what I'm saying? Housing stability. You feel me? All the material, what I'm saying, things in life. You feel me? That, we all want. Doing the damn thing, ain't it a damn shame? Maneuvering smoothly through the traffic, no playing game, no call me no victim. Lot of struggles of life change, I'm making my way to the top of the mountain range. I'm doing the damn thing, ain't it a damn shame? The strength of 1,000 men, defeating the devil and I'm stomping all on his head. The devil ain't want no problem. Knock his ass out. Put him in the chokehold. You feel what I'm saying? Put his ass to sleep. They thought they had on your mans, collecting the free bands. Ain't this a damn shame? Going through life, and this people don't give a damn about the next man in his life for his fucking fans. How dirty the world ain't. But yeah, family don't even give a fuck about family. You feel what I'm saying? But that's one thing I had to learn though. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it was, I had to learn the hard way, but I had to learn some kind of way. You feel me? And I thank God for it though. Opening my eyes. Opening my eye, matter of fact, my third eye. You feel me? LoveRuledSupreme, fam. I am who I am, fam. I'm living and learning, fam. From lessons to blessings, fam. We winning, don't give a damn. You strong as a bitch, fam. What shit, it came from the days of losing no game, fam. I'm giving my praise, fam. But God, don't give a damn. That's all I'm saying, fam. Is infinite wave, fam. I'm making the wave, fam. I'm talking today, fam. Make that shit happen. Like you giving no fucks, fam. I'm leaving my mark, fam. I used to be quiet, fam. Talking too much, well hell, I don't give a damn. Do the damn thing. Do your damn thing. You feel me? Do what you gotta do to, progress forwardly, rightfully, righteously, you know what I'm saying? In the right way, you know what I mean? Stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop wanting to, be a thief. Stop wanting to steal. Stop wanting to scam. You feel what I'm saying? All your life. You feel me? I understand. Trust me, I understand. You feel what I'm saying? I understand. I overstand. People got to do what they got to do to get what they got to get. You feel what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody for doing what they got to do, you know what I'm saying? To handle business. You know what I mean? But at some point in time, when is you gonna, do something better? You feel what I'm saying? That's all we came to learn. You feel me? But like I say, once you know better, you do better though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we have with it. And it's about the kids. You feel me? It's all about the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like about the generation behind us coming up. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they gotta, you know what I mean? They gotta have, you know, some kind of, you know, great examples out here to show them, boy, like, you know, doing the right thing ain't a fucking bad thing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. You feel me? Like, you know, our kids is, you know, our kids is our future. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn. You feel me? LoveRuledSupreme Supreme at all times. I'm gonna guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Go, 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 go. Do the damn thing, doing the damn thing. Ain't it a damn shame? Maneuvering smoothly through the traffic, no blame game. Don't call me no victim of them struggles of life change. I'm making my way to the top of the mountain range. I'm doing the damn thing. Ain't it a damn shame? The strength of 1,000 men. Defeating the devil land. I'm stomping all on his head. I'm reeling up thoroughbred. Ain't it stomping all on his fucking head. From nothing in, I'm handling pressure. Cause I'm birthing a diamond and I'm wise and I'm clear. And I'm doing the damn thing. Shit ain't this a damn shame. Exposing them dirty hands. Exposing them dirty plans. They thought they had on your mans. Collecting them free bands. Ain't this a damn shame? Going through life and these people don't give a damn about the next man. In his life for his fucking fam. Shit ain't this a damn shame. How dirty the world ain't. But once you realize it's the people, no hard fam, that open your eyes to the real. So fuck the flam, a snake in disguise. You gotta crawl and walk, fam, that's taking your time. Once you walk, then run, fam, the strongest survive. Where you fighting through life, fam, so keep hope alive. That's all I'm saying, don't give a damn about all the lies. They gon' talk if it's good or bad, I only speak live. Cause I'm living it free, fam, enjoying my life. Cause I learned to cherish, fam, to stand in my light. So in the dark, I shine, fam, it's LoveRuledSupreme, fam. I am who I am, fam. I'm living and learning, fam, from lessons to places, fam. We winning, don't give a damn. Well, shit, it came from the days I'm losing, no game, fam. I'm giving my praise, fam, to God, don't give a damn. That's all I'm saying, fam, is in the way, fam. I'm making the wave, fam. I'm talking to Dave, fam. Make that shit happen like you giving no fucks, fam. I'm leaving my mark, fam. I used to be quiet, fam. You talking too much. Well, hell, I don't give a damn. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Do your damn thing. Make that shit happen by any means, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they ain't gonna wanna see you in a better position. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna wanna see you living and doing better than them. You know what I mean? They gonna wish you well, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna want you to do well. Big business, I stand on it. Always thanking God, homie. Brought me through them darker times. Couldn't see my way, but still I rise. LoveRuledSupreme at all times. But that's what it's all about, though. It's like, it's all about creating your way. You feel what I'm saying? Finding your way. You feel me? Living in the present time and moment. It's God's gift to us. Hey, once you realize, you know, there's a lot of people who lost out here, but you know, you gotta be willing and wanting to find yourself, though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I came to, you know, that's all I came to do. You feel me? You know, I found me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm back at it, no crack at it. Got rules about them bad habits. They thought they had me hog-tied. No way to move, I bypassed it, then laughed at it. At all the ones who doubted, I surpassed that, outlast that. I only speak the truth, and that's no cap. Rap, so roger that. So far respect, no fake flicks like safe say. But take your life like latex. And that's Ajax, go clean that. Don't bring no dirty cups back. I only speak the truth and at them lies I can't back that. I'm God stamped and certified. Was truly tested and eventually tried. I walked myself through all the things just to live in God's light. I made it right from going left. Fuck the worry and fuck the stress. I only think abundant and that's prosperity and nothing less. I just told y'all that, isn't it? I told y'all that. You know, enjoy the present time and moment. You know. That's God's gift. To us. And I start to realize that. You know? That's why I'm always thankful for life. Tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday, that's just history. Living in the present is the gift from God pleasantly and thankfully. I'm stronger than ever, so I don't give up easily. I came from being beaten and broken. It was faithfully, but fuck it, I refuse to let you bitches get the best of me. Whooped up my own sauce. Little bitch, I got the recipe coming straight from sauce. And the universe keep blessing me. Telling you though, like the universe is beautiful though, like you feel what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different frequency when you tapping in with that. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I came to learn. You know what I mean? Like we all got that special thing inside of us. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, once you misuse that shit, that's when you start to, you know, run into trouble. You feel what I'm saying? And people know that. You feel me? People know that. Controlling the wheel, I ride with God. That's every day. It's God in every way. It's God who made a way. It's God who I thank today for life and the brighter days. That came after all the rain. Can't gain without any pain. Ain't feeling no shame for how my life turned out, man. I'm loving myself, and it's the best I feel. Shit, after all of the slander, that backstabbing, false flagging, and all that fake propaganda will leave you twisted and damaged. But I live in my truth, so you can call me the savage, and I rerouted my thoughts just to think about average, and that's the upgrade. Self-made, it's God's way or no way. It's faith. One more time. One more time. I'm supreme at all times. Guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your head. Don't give a damn about what you say, even less about what you think. Kick back, relax, roll me some sticky, then go and think about my next move to self-improve in every way. Created my lane from all the ones try to lead astray. Shit down the wrong road, no self-control, don't crash the day. Controlling the wheel, I ride with God, that's every day. It's God in every way. It's God who made a way. It's God who I thank today for life in them brighter days that came after all the rain. Can't gain without any pain. Ain't feeling no shame for how my life turned out, man. I'm loving myself, and it's the best I feel. Shit, after all of the slander, the backstabbing, for flagging, and all the fake propaganda leave you twisted and damaged. But I live in my truth, so you can call me the savage. And I rerouted my thoughts just to think above average, and that's the upgrade, the self-made. Is God's way or no way? It's faith. LoveRuledSupreme at all times. I love that shit, though. I love this shit. I love, you know, everything about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, everybody ain't gonna agree and like what you're doing. But like I said, everything starts with self. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, God will put it out there to any, you know what I'm saying? To people who need to hear it. You feel me? To people who can resonate with it. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't professional with it or nothing like that. But like I said, you know, I ain't perfect either. You feel me? And so it, you know, there's nobody else. But however, once you realize, you know, you only need to be perfect in one person's eyes. You feel what I'm saying? Only person's eyes you need to be perfect in is God. You feel me? The only eyes you need to be perfect in is God's eyes. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we have with it. You know what I'm saying? Just to think above average, and that's the upgrade. The self-made is God's way or no way. It's fade. But you know though, I like music. You know what I'm saying? I like to put shit together. You feel me? Put words together. You know what I'm saying? You know, expand your mind. You know what I mean? Expand your thinking. You feel me? I like to do shit without a beat too. I like to just write. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's poems. You could call it a poem, I guess. You feel me? LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. The G-Way, God's way or no way. Alright? Check them out. Thanking God for waking me up this cold dream. Not seeing life for what it is, far from what it seems. Drop me off in the jungle, ain't thinking I'm a feast. Survival mode, I'm beast mode, do things you can't believe. I work my magic with my mind, I'm a different breed. I see the light at the end, at first I couldn't see. I got the eyes of a tiger, so I move proper. I let my wisdom through the bloodline, do the talking. And then them ancestors, they do they thing and get to walking. All on that ass, showing their ass, cause it's rules follow me. And everything start above, and then they trickle down. Watch what you speak out their mouth, cause they gon' come around. And full of talking about the next man, you is the clown. So make your next move your best move, you playing around. You thought I came all this way, and just gon' lay it down. You got me fucked up and bucked up, so move around. Now, clown. Move around, now, clown. But you know, once I could get in the real studio, that's when you know we could make some real magic, dude. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, you know, it's all about, you know, the visuals too now. You feel what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers like visuals too. So, you know, it's all about that too now. But you know, once we upgrade the sound and things like that, you know, shit'll sound much more better. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, we just working with what we got. You feel me? Making shit happen. You feel what I'm saying? Exercising. You know what I mean? To prepare us for that time. You know, we hit the studio and to make this shit history. Like real history. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, we gonna make it happen now. So, you know, like I say, the universe will give you exactly what you asked for. And I'm putting it out there. You feel me? LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart. But yeah, once we get that, you know, that real studio sound, that shit gonna be fucking hard. You feel me? God's way or no way. I'ma redo everything too. I'ma redo everything. I got me a nice little catalog, you feel what I'm saying? I got me a nice little catalog, you dig? I got a nice little catalog. Fuck me out my mind and they thought I was gonna go insane. Trying to fuck me out my mind. Like who you, what you, why would y'all even do something like that? That's why. I guess, you know, things like that, people won't tell you nothing like that because, you know, they'll feel embarrassed. You feel what I'm saying? Control your mind. they'll feel embarrassed because of what is behind. You feel me? Like people be so, once you realize you got a family full of greedy, greedy people, you start to, open your eyes up and start to see them for who they are. You feel what I'm saying? Like it ain't been no surprise to me that they greedy. You feel what I'm saying? The surprise is what the fuck they've been doing. You feel me? It's like, why would y'all go and, try to play in my face like that? You feel what I'm saying? And behind my back like that. You feel me? Then y'all want to play me like I'm fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I got problems. Like I am the problem. You feel me? But at the same time, they've been playing with my mind. They've been playing with my intelligence. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I always saw the underhanded shit they did. You feel me? I just was the one that never said nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Because these things wasn't done to me directly. You feel what I'm saying? I saw how they underhanded, you know what I mean? How they did people underhanded. You know what I'm saying? How they did other people underhandedly. You know what I mean? And gossip about them. You know what I'm saying? Talk bad about them boy behind their back, but smile in their face. You feel me? And that's what they do. You feel what I'm saying? All of them, the whole family. You feel me? And I know this ain't just a problem I got in my family. You feel what I'm saying? I know there's millions of other people who dealing with the same shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I would I used to be so naive that I ain't never thought they would have did no shit like that to me. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, God, you know what I'm saying, open your eyes to things, and it's all on you. Or rather, you wanna, like I say, either answer the call or you ignore it. I chose the answer. I picked that motherfucker up. You feel what I'm saying? Cause like I say, there ain't been no other way. I ain't had no way. You feel me? I done tried. I've been exhausted. You feel what I'm saying? God knew that, so that's why here I am. And like I said, you feel me? We moving up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care to move in no other direction but up. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. That's all we came to doing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once you done find out, you got a, family full of greedy people, all they want is money, all they think about is money, but, they ain't really having no money. You feel what I'm saying? Because they so much of thinking about money and seeing, how they can get money. You know what I'm saying? It throws the focus off. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as that's your main focus and your main goal, you ain't gonna really have that shit is what I came to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because you're too busy, focusing on what you can do to get the next dollar. You feel me? Like I say, when you gonna have time to sit and count the motherfucker and enjoy the shit? You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't been through and, I ain't experienced myself firsthand. You feel what I'm saying? And then I see people going through these things also. You feel me? And like I say, I don't even speak on shit I don't know about. You feel me? And I don't got no problem saying I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Or I don't got that answer for that. You feel me? Shit, like I say, I don't gotta be the smartest person in the world, the smartest person in the room. You feel what I'm saying? But, you can count me as one of the wisest ones. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where we at with it. You feel me? double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, is what I came to learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that, is either a yes or a no. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. It ain't no maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's all I came to learn is like, instead of telling the person I don't know or maybe, you feel what I'm saying? Just tell them, boy, straight up what it is. Either yeah or no. Either you can do it or you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because once you done say maybe or I don't know or whatever it is like that, that person might take that as a yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But that's really a no for you. You feel me? And now you got that person looking at you sideways because you said maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because that maybe was a yes to them. You feel me? And that's all we can learn. Like either yeah or no, yeah or nay. LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Remember to guard your mind.
What's going on,
Guard your heart. Guard your energy. Guard your life. Guard your family. The upgrade. G code. Gotta be willing to put that work in for certain. Make that shit happen. That's by any means purpose. Them haters gon' talk. They just standing in their purpose. Gossip and the telling them lies. It ain't worth it. Cut this shit and find you some business. Stand in your purpose. Refuse to let you turn off a light and close my curtain. I took my shit, created my name. It ain't my worries. Praying on me, waiting to fall. He ain't worthy. I play my game, making my move. Real strategically. Passing, go collecting 200. They can't roll easily. Fake smiles and shaking, no hand. No palms too greasy. I shook it off, expanding my grind. Shit, now I'm taking off. I paid the cost. And every loss came with a lesson. For showing off. Doing the big one is universal laws and full of faith. And do a self-check and don't forget to get you some loyalty and some self-respect. Get you some loyalty. Get you some loyalty and some love. Not one or the other. You feel what I'm saying? Find you both. You know what I mean? Especially loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't loyal out here. You feel me? Y'all talk that shit. But a lot of y'all ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is, you gotta put motherfuckers, you gotta give motherfuckers tests. You feel what I'm saying? Just like, and then you gotta keep giving them a test. You know what I mean? Randomly. You feel me? Just to, see where they at. You feel what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers, motherfuckers like to, you know what I'm saying, be with the shit. Sneaky. They sneaky. You know what I mean? Deceiving. You feel me? What they call that thing? Conniving. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn though, is like be real. Be real with yourself so you can be real with other people. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we have with it. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. You feel me? It's God's way or no way. Be blessed. But yeah though, I thank you though. I want to thank y'all for y'all time. You know what I'm saying? And take your time. You feel me? Move at your own pace, like I always say. You know what I'm saying? Don't never let nobody rush you into a decision. You know what I mean? That can, jeopardize your life or your freedom. You feel what I'm saying? Or your family. You feel me? And that's all we have with it. The Genesis. God's plan. God's man. God's wrath versus man's wrath. Two totally different wraths. You pick one. But y'all have a divine day, a divine night. Enjoy it. You feel what I'm saying? Take full advantage of it. You feel me? It's all about evolving. It's all about growing. You know what I mean? To that highest level of thinking, that highest consciousness of thinking. You feel me? And that's all we at with it. You know, Christ conscious. Christ conscious. But y'all have a loving one, a caring one. Make sure you tell yourself you love yourself so you can genuinely tell somebody else that. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I thank you for it. You feel me? Upgrade yourself with me. So we doing this shit in real time. You feel what I'm saying? And like I always say, I want to show y'all that, doing the right thing in the right way is possible. You know what I'm saying? To get ahead. You feel me? And be ahead. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. Take your time. LoveRuledSupreme for life, forever. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Keep that shit tight.